This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I know this episode is going to be a little weird. I know people are going to be like, bro, why are you walking yourself into the direction of getting canceled? That's something that you shouldn't really do, that's something that you try to avoid, especially in this day and age when the cancel culture, I feel, the thing is this about the cancel culture is that I feel that, there's groups of people within the cancel culture that only wants to cancel things that they don't like. So that's why, like, when the times when I've been quote unquote canceled, and this is like talking on like past beefs and stuff. It was something I just didn't really look at as a serious thing. It's just that group of people that don't like me. I'm not going to assume that everybody feels the same way. There's people, my thing is this, there's people that know me where if they have an issue with me and then they're on some stuff where it's like, oh, I'm going to, feel like I got to like fight this individual. If they come to me and they want to talk to me about some stuff that's going on with me, I'm not going to have an issue with that. I actually look forward to that type of stuff, but I have yet, throughout the 13 years of me being a content creator, I have yet to have somebody come to me that I know personally and say that they have an issue with my content. So that's why I'm like, fam, if I've been going, I feel like throughout the 13 years, I have uploaded some like content where I'm like, yeah, there was a lot of videos I had to take down because it was like before I got into like the content that I do now. But yeah, there was a lot of videos I was just overall embarrassed of. And I was like, nah, I don't want that to be the showcase of me being a content creator. It was a start, but it was kind of like, how like when you're developing a video game, for an example, and then there's little parts and pieces that, might get teased or might get, posted out there, but the developers might not be with that idea. So then that's when they come up with something else. And I feel like, that's how it was for me when it came to content creating. I was a work in progress. I didn't declare that I was the best content creator when I very first got into it. And I still don't declare that I'm the best content creator now. There's content creators out there that's doing far more than me. But I do feel like that I am putting in work. That's something that I'm not going to take away from myself. I don't know any other content creator that has 50 YouTube channels and they're putting in all this work. There's content creators. That's one thing that I will say is that there's content creators where they put in their own style of work. So, you got Mr. Beast where he'll put millions into whatever video that he wants to do. You got gaming content creators where they will, find whatever. They'll probably spend like day and night trying to find some video game to play and make a video out of. The reason why I say that is because I be doing that at times. You got somebody out there that probably got way more reaction videos than I do, doing way more sports videos than I'm doing, got way more sneaker videos than I have. There's somebody out there. There's people out there in like each line of content that I've done, there's probably somebody that's like a step ahead of me and stuff, so yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't look at individuals and say that I'm better than them unless they're them type of individuals where they want to come to me and be like, oh, I'm better than you and all that stuff. Then it's like, okay, well, clearly you're going through some identity crisis or whatever, and you try to go up to random people and make it seem like that you're better than them, but you're not. Like that's something where it's like, I think people need to understand that if you go around and you're like, because like, no, it's literally, this is stuff that's been probably going on since the beginning of time. But my thing is this, let's just use something a little bit different as a scenario. I think that guy overall was saying that, well, he was overall better than Mike Tyson. I can't remember what this guy, I think he's like a preacher or a pastor now. He doesn't even, well, I mean, yeah, it's like, especially in that day and age, he ain't really, I think he was a lot older than Mike Tyson too. So yeah, he's definitely not boxing. But anyways, there was this boxer where he was constantly trying to get underneath Mike Tyson's skin. And I think there was a time where he approached Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson, he went off on that guy. Like, he had beat that guy down. This is like prime Mike Tyson. This was like Mike Tyson that, like, nowadays, I feel like people, they might not be as scared as they used to be of Mike Tyson, but there's still like a little bit of fear, running through their body. If, like, let's say for an example, if they were to cross paths with, Mike Tyson today, yeah, they're going to be a little scared, because it's not like that man, because he don't be boxing on the regular, like, he don't know how to fight no more. Like, no, that man, he still knows how to throw hands. All right, so, but anyways, prime Mike Tyson, out and about minding his own business. Boxer comes up to him talking crazy. Mike Tyson laid hands on that guy, right? Had that guy's face all messed up. And then eventually they did box. Mike Tyson, of course, being the winner. And yeah, it's like that's how I look at a lot of stuff, where it's like, people don't understand that when you're talking all this mess, right? You're talking all this mess. You're like, well, I'm better than you. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You ain't gonna never be better than me. And then they're the main ones that get brought back to reality. Like, they now been kicked off of this high horse. But that's something where it's like, I laugh about those types of things. Because that's one thing that people will never be able to find of me, is me saying that I'm better than another creator. That's something where I'm like, why would I even make a video like that? What am I going to gain by saying that I'm better than KSI, better than Vanoss Gaming, better than Mr. Beast, better than Kai Cenat, better than freaking I don't know who, but somebody out there? What am I going to gain from that? Absolutely nothing. And then the thing is this, I don't need people in my comment sections to tell whether it's the other way around, or whether they're talking about me being better than somebody else, or somebody saying that somebody else is better than me. I don't care for that type of stuff. My thing is this, when I very first got into content creating, all I cared for was the entertainment, the drama, the issues, the beefing, all that stuff. I don't particularly care for that, so I know there's people out there that want to make it seem like that, you gotta go, and I've heard stuff like that before, where it's like, oh, in order to be successful, you gotta go through drama. Fam, there's content creators that I have been watching probably before I got into content creating. They ain't gotta get into no drama. I'm saying, like, that's the type of stuff where it's like, okay, if that was the case, then everybody in this world would be caught up in some drama and want to, like, make it all public on YouTube and stuff. If that's the case, but I'm like, that isn't the case. To me, it's just that's the thing, though, about people, and I feel like this is going to be a part of this episode where I get myself canceled. There's people out there that like to play this game that they have something wrong with them mentally, like they're and the reason why I say that is because, like, a lot of people that have came after me, for the content that I do, they try to, like, play this card where they're claiming that they're autistic, right? And I'm not trying to take that away from anybody if that is the case, that they are going through that. But my thing is this. Why is that, I feel like, because when they say things like that, I guess they're more so trying to say, thinking that I'm going to, like, cut, like, just let them, like, go and stuff. Like, I'm not going to say anything to them. But that's the thing, though, that you have to understand. And I'm not saying this, it's like this for all autistic people, because I'm like, there's people that I know that suffer from some form of autism, and I'm cool with them. They're cool with me. I ain't got no issues, beef, drama, none of that with them. But the people that want to go after others, and then they want to play that game like, oh, I'm autistic, so you're going to have to, if I'm calling you the N-word, you're going to have to just let me call you that. Fam, I don't care what you got going on. And that's talking to, I'm not, okay, let me clear my, like, what I'm saying, because I know people are going to want to take that out of context and be like, oh, TMossBoss doesn't care about autistic people. No, I don't care about the ones that go around terrorizing everybody and then play victim when they get caught up in some stuff. Those are the ones that I'm calling out. Because my thing is this, you shouldn't even be on the internet. If you suffering from all these different things and you got all these different things going on, you should not be on the internet. if you're gonna be going around terrorizing a bunch of different people and they ain't did nothing to you, and then you want to play this innocent game like, oh well, I'm autistic, fam. I don't care. I do not care at all. That don't mean nothing to me. I'm like, fam, because the reason why I say that is because I remember one of the first times I had gotten into some drama with some people. Like, this is like early, well, not like early, it was like the 2015, like when I was really going at it with content creating. But I remember the one kid, the thing was this. It was like, I think if something like that would have been said beforehand, I would have just, ignored that kid. I had nothing to say to him. I'm like, you know what? Just gonna let this kid do his thing, say whatever he wants to say. I'm just gonna mind my own business, right? But the thing is this: when you start harassing my friends, I don't really care what people say about me, because it don't really have no effect. But that's the thing though about my friends, is that I don't know what they, how they're gonna take it when somebody's going after them. So that's why I'm like, I try to be like protective of my friends, especially like somebody that's like, if it's a friend that I just recently started being cool with, like even if it's them, I'm still gonna try to be protective of them, for whatever reason and stuff. But this guy, right, and I've talked on him before. I think a lot of you guys might remember me talking on a kid named Glenn. The thing was this: when you're harassing myself, and I'm not trying to really include myself, but just I guess to throw myself in the equation, and then you're harassing my friends, which is, to me, that's just one big fat no. And then you're like threatening them, talking about you gonna kill them and all this stuff, and then you want to hurry up and play this game that, oh, I'm autistic, I got something wrong with me. I'm like, yeah, something clearly is wrong with you, but that's not autism. I'm like, you going around threatening to kill people? No, that's not autism. You're just crazy. Like, that's something that I was like, no. And the thing is this: people was really trying to defend this kid. I remember it was some time ago, people were trying to like bring this situation up where I threatened to kick him in the throat, and I'm like, that offer still stands. And the reason why people were getting so like upset about it, because he was 14 at the time, and I'm like, well, he's a grown adult now. So I think it's, at that time, if we know math, I think we add up the years and we put that age in the equation. Yeah, he's an adult now. So I think now it won't matter. But even back then, I was like, what? Yeah, I was 19 when I came across that kid. Still, that offer, I wouldn't have changed nothing that I'd said back then. And so the funny thing is that I remember when he posted a video about himself like crying, or he posted some video about me, and I laughed about it because I was like, this kid is weird. And people were trying to tell me that. They was like, oh, well, he's he suffers from autism. And I'm like, so him threatening me, that's also autism. My thing is this: I'm like, where's his parents at? If we're gonna be on some like real, and people are gonna probably find this a little, like, oh, you were snitching, this and that, blah blah. I'm like, no, my thing is this: if people want to play that game, like, oh, he's a kid, cut him some slack, all this, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna contact his parents. I was looking because I think I remember it was either he had that somewhere on social media or he told that to me, but somehow, some way, I found out that he lived in the UK. So I looked up everybody with the last name Gregan in the UK, and there probably was a gang of people in the UK with that name and stuff, so I wouldn't have known. But anyways, yeah, I was doing everything that I possibly could to just get this kid off of my case, because I was like, fam, for one, I don't want to deal with him anymore. But the thing is this: it's like, yeah, he's just setting himself up for failure when he keeps coming back to my channel and he wants to start some stuff. And it's like, fam, nobody's not doing nothing to you. So yeah, that's why it's that type of stuff where it's like, people need to understand that when you try to like play that card with me. But it's like, the funny thing is like, they'll play that card with me saying like, oh, whoever I'm, talking to, it's like they suffer from autism. But it's like they'll only pay attention to what I'm saying, but they'll ignore the fact that, yeah, calling me the N-word, threatening my life, threatening my friends' lives, harassing me on social media and stuff, like outside of YouTube, going to my other social media platforms. You're doing all of that and you're ignoring that. But as soon as I say something, my thing is this: I feel like I don't say enough things to put me in that conversation of getting canceled. So I don't know, maybe this is a start, but I more so what this episode is that I want people to understand that I have an extremely strong don't care attitude. You know, like, so when they come to me, I don't care how old you are, I don't care what you got going on. If you come to me threatening me, harassing me, mad about whatever video I uploaded, you know, mad about the styles of the videos, of how I do my videos and stuff, mad about whatever, and it's involving me, fam, you have to understand that if you say something crazy to me, I'm going to say something crazy back. I don't care what you got going on. That ain't got nothing to do with me. When you're in my comment sections and you're talking crazy, I'm going to talk crazy back. I think that's been well established. I think a lot of people know that by now. But yeah, it's like people, they need to understand. It's like, you know, you're on the internet. I think that's something that a lot of people need to understand is that, yeah, this is the internet. You know, if people can call me the N-word because they feel like it, and I've literally had people tell me that crap. They've like, I have a reason now to call you the N-word. I have a reason now to be racist towards you. Go hang yourself, kill yourself, all those other crazy comments. As soon as I say something, no, TMossBoss, no. The thing is this. People need to understand, and I'm more so saying this, I guess, if I do I'm going to try my hardest to avoid any future beefs that I get into, but I guess if there is a day or a time where I do get into some future beefs, I hope people do find this episode and they understand, like, oh, yeah, TMossBoss, he was a Mike Tyson kid growing up. He don't care about nothing and nobody. So, yeah, it's like, my thing is that, you know, what people they need to understand is that a lot of the times, like, you know, and I guess let's, you know, talking about myself, a lot of the times, like, you know, yeah, all I care for is the entertainment value when it comes to content creating. I don't really care about drama and beefing and all that stuff, because that to me, I'm like, okay, you know, yeah, you're beefing and going at it for a little bit, and afterwards it's like, then what? You know, it's like, my thing is, like, I'm trying to look for, like, long-term content that I can continuously keep doing. I'm not trying to, you know, be, like, 80, 90 years old, still talking on some beef or some drama. It's like, I'm talking on that stuff now. I guess if there is ever a time, if I'm being interviewed and then the interviewer feels like asking me questions about beefing and drama and all that, I'm just going to be saying the same thing that I'm saying right now. I don't particularly care for it, but people want to get into drama with me and they want to use my name for value, and that's how I look at a lot of different people that I have gotten into it with. They just only want to use my name for value because they see the potential that I have when it does come to content creating, and they understand that, oh, you know, well, when TMossBoss, when he blows up, that means that I'm gonna blow up. And that's how I view it. And I was thinking about this the other day, where there are content creators out there that still got, you know, some sort of hate video about me up. And the thing is this, how I look at that is that the day when I do make it as a content creator, I think the best advice that I can give to those content creators is that it's probably going to be best if you take those videos down. Because my thing is this, you know, I've pleaded my case. I've said what I need to say. I've defended myself on numerous occasions. I feel that if people, my thing is this, if you want to believe whoever you want to believe when it comes to whatever videos out there made about me, you very well can go on and believe them. That's not going to mean nothing to me. But I feel that when that time does come, when I am a much more successful content creator, people are going to look at those videos. My thing is this, and the reason why I say that is because even when I had it where coworkers and customers at my old job, when they would see those hate videos about me, they would laugh about it. And that was something where I was like, because I remember for the longest, like, I didn't really want to tell people, like, more so the customers. I mean, like, the coworkers, I knew I was going to have to, like, work around those people. But the customers, on the other hand, it was like I was only going to be seeing them maybe for a couple, like, a minute tops throughout the day and stuff. But a lot of those customers, it was like I'd grown to be friends with them and things. So I would tell them, like, oh, yeah, you know, I do YouTube videos on the side. They'd be surprised. Go look my name up, see some hate videos. They come back to me literally laughing at some of those videos that they watch. And I don't know, with some of those videos, I just don't sit down and take the time to watch, because to me, it's just stupid. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and watch some hate video or somebody thinking that they know me because, oh, I know TMossBoss, I know his government name, so therefore I know him. Oh, I know some of the things that he's into. Oh, I know him now. I watched this 15-minute video on TMossBoss, so I know everything about him now. Yeah, it's like when people, and that has that's just ignorant. So I'm like, that's one thing that I'm gonna, tell people is that any hate video about me, that person doesn't know who I am. They don't know absolutely anything about me. That's something where I feel that it definitely needs to be established. Whatever videos about me exist, if you guys, my thing is this, if you don't hear me telling my story, whoever else is telling my story, it's fiction. I'm like, that's how I look at a lot of my videos. It's just fan fiction, so that's what I was saying. I was like, I think it's best that if anybody does have any hate videos up about me, because I have seen where sometimes haters, they would just delete the videos just because, I don't know, but I know there have been some where it's like, they just put that stuff behind them. They'll come to me, apologize for whatever they said, and then they move on with their day. And I'm like, hey, freaking kudos to you. You're growing up. I just wish that some of others were the same, but it's, I guess maybe they were just in their younger years and you were in your older kid years and stuff. So, but yeah, I just think that it's best, like, if those videos were to be taken down. I'm not saying like, oh, like, no, you need to take those videos down. Keep the videos up if you want to keep the videos up. I just think that a lot of people are going to be looking at you like you got something wrong with you and stuff, because they're like, okay, my thing is this, especially when it's like comes to people where it's like they're going to be strategic about it. They want to like get to know me, so they're not going to be playing this like hate game, but wanting to start up stuff and drama and beef and all that. Like, they want to sit down and get to know me, and then when they get to know me, then they're all like, wait a minute, TMossBoss, he's a normal dude. Like, what are these like random videos that I'm watching about him and stuff? Oh yeah, no, he is right. Like, he is right and stuff. So yeah, I look at it as like, people gonna have issues with me. They are. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna try to do anything to, because like, again, these guys are suffering from something, right? I remember the last time when they tried to like plead that case to me, because so it was actually a person talking about another person that I had drama with, but they were trying to say, because they wanted me to have like a private call with them, and I was like, I don't want to have no private calls, none of that with them. I'm like, whatever they gotta say. They managed to make all these different videos and tweets and posts about me. If they got something to say, they can say right then and there. I ain't doing no private call stuff. And then they tried to say like, oh, well, they are dyslexic, so that's why. I'm like, you mean to tell me they wrote out titles, descriptions, numerous comments, all this stuff about me, and then when it comes time to apologize, they're dyslexic? What do I need to send them to a lens crafter? Do I need to get them some glasses of some sorts? I'm saying, because I'm like, all that dyslexia stuff, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that at all. I'm like, well, when they get that fixed, then they can make an apology tweet about me. Till then, I don't care if they're dyslexic. I don't care if they're suffering from autism. I don't care about none of that crap that they got going on, all right? They can go and generate a racist community and stuff, and a hateful community, that I'm like, then they can generate an apology if they really wanted to. So yeah, that's why it's that type of stuff. I'm like, nah, it's just ignorance. I'm like, it ain't autism or dyslexia, it's just ignorance, all right? So anyways, and that being said, yeah, if I get canceled after this episode, oh well, it's one of those things where I'm all like, hey, these people didn't try to cancel me before. I don't see why it would be different now. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. And also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. That will knock $20 off your first purchase. And if you are purchasing any energy drinks from Rogue Energy, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock 10% off your next purchase. Follow me across all social media platforms at TMossBoss. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.